Babe by Nell Dunn. Act 1, Scene 1. Horatio's terrace. Sound of music drifting up from the distance. Juan walks across holding a tray of glasses and champagne. Enter Babe, carrying her shoes, and Horatio, wheeling a suitcase.
I couldn't have stayed there. It was all dark like a prison and no view of the sea. I must have the sea.
You'll be all right in my guest room.
Oh, yes. This is what I dreamed of. My knight in shining armor. I'm so glad we met.
I'll take in your case and get you a drink.
Babe hurries across the terrace in her bare feet to look at the view. JP's head pops up to watch her from next door, perhaps with binoculars. She starts to sing.
My little runaway, run, run, run. I'm walking in the rain to the party. I feel the same, wishing you were here with me to end this misery.
Why you went away?
You
Del
startled
Shannon,
me.
about 1960, I bet.
You startled me.
Sorry, but I love that one.
I collect 60s LPs. My mum has got a load and her player is in perfect condition.
A small vodka and tonic?
Yes, please.
Did you say ice?
Yes.
Staying long?
A week, maybe.
Well, you must see if you can fit in a game of golf with me. This is golfer's paradise. Got any clubs?
No.
I can fix you up. Horatio, an uncle?
No, just a friend.
I'm John Price, sportsman extraordinaire, but call me JP. See you later.
Bye-bye.
He's got a cheek engaging you in conversation before you've even been introduced. Ooh, what tiny feet you've got.
I'll take a size 3.
I could hold one in my hand and close my fingers around it and it would flutter like a bird.
What?
just a fancy. Here's to my visitor and the first day of summer.
Why you went away?
Scene 2. The same terrace, but it looks brighter and freshly swept, and a luxurious sun lounger sits brazenly amongst the rest of the tatty terrace furniture. Enter Babe and Horatio. Babe in high-heeled sandals and a bikini, and Horatio wearing a hat and carrying a pair of water wings.
You held me just right.
A few more lessons and we can throw away the water wings.
Ready on?
I'll have you doing perfect breaststroke by the end of the week.
Might get water on my nose and then we'd have a row.
Oh, rubbish. A few more dips and you'll be swimming the channel.
Let's go and buy some tubs this afternoon. Geraniums will really brighten up the place.
What about my siesta?
Oh, you can miss that.
Well, you know my routine.
Anyone could guess you'd been in the army.
Discipline, my dear, is the key. I hear the world news at 8 o'clock every AM, followed by the weather report for both here and at home. That's from Gibb. And
every morning?
Without fail, while you've been fast asleep, dreaming innocent dreams.
Gooey, anyone about?
Horatio signals JP away. JP, pretending not to notice, leaps over the wall. He picks up Babe's high-heeled shoes and whistles.
Confounded fool, hand those over.
Hello.
Hi. Would you both like to drop over and look at the plans for the new golf course? Sneak preview?
Oh.
We're about to get a big consortium interested.
Not this evening, thank you. Other plans?
Is Horatio going to take you about and show you the sights?
I hope so.
Mind if I pour myself one?
Just a minute.
If you need running anywhere in the Jag, just shout. I'm only next door.
The Jag?
She's come here for a rest.
Yes, a Jag XK120 vintage, as a matter of fact. You can see her from here.
Milk white.
The shops in Marbella are more up to the minute for ladies' clothing and jewelry. Horatio hasn't got a car, so if you want anything special.
We can always take a taxi.
Drive you mad hanging about while she shops and the meter ticks. By the by, did you know that they go topless on the beach a mile or down the coast?
I'd have to wear my water wings.
Babe is here as my guest for a quiet holiday. She's been overdoing and she needs a rest.
I can run you there in a jiffy, wings and all.
We'll stroll everywhere, thank you. Much more pleasant than racing about on these Spanish roads. Now, if you don't mind, we've got things to do.
Well, by the way, old boy, I'm onto a new gambit. If you do double bonding and buy futures in my golf course, you could pull in quite a cracker.
You're skating on thin ice, Price.
Don't spread it around, but I've made a fair bit, and there's more than that. More of that, where that comes from.
No, thank you. I know your game.
That's the beauty of the golf course. No high rise, only the clubhouse. Tempted?
No.
See you later.
Quite unnecessary to go to the beach for topless sunbathing when you've got a private terrace. And if you're worried about JP, I can easily call a stop to him calling uninvited.
Thank you.
Babe sits back on the lounger and takes out her cigarettes thoughtfully.
We'll go out sun by a beach. It's an easy walk, and I shall give you a lesson each day on the warm, shallow sea.
We might go to a different beach sometimes, mightn't we?
Well, I know the umbrella attendant at Sunbaya Beach, and he knows me.
Can I ring Cecille on your phone? Mine's run out.
Don't speak for long.
Thanks. I'll make it quick.
It's €2 a minute peak time to the UK. And don't hesitate to, he won't dare come back today.
Okay. Hello, Mum. I'm still in. No, he's got the biggest bed you've ever seen. No, I'm in the guest room. I've met the fellow next door. He's immaculate. When he pours a drink, he pours. I felt it zoom up in me. How can I tell? Only met him for 5 minutes. No, you can't. There's no room. Everything's all right at the kiosk. And 40 Cokes in one morning. I can't talk anymore. He's worried about his phone bill. Bye-bye, Cecille. Be good, Mum. Bye. I'll ring again as soon as I get the chance.
Horatio tiptoes over to Babe, peering at her to see if she's asleep. He kisses her toes. He doesn't move, so he gets down on his knees and kisses her ankles. The bell rings at the gate, and Babe opens her eyes. Horatio gets to his feet, muttering abuse.
Damn and blast! What on earth do you want?
Just on my way to the bar. Thought you might be in need of a drink.
Sorry, old boy. Can't stop now. I'm just,
Oh, I'll be off then. Excuse the interruption.
So, who was it?
JP. I sent him packing.
And what did you tell him?
That we were busy.
You told him we were busy at it.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. I heard. Sorry, old boy. Can't stop now. I'm just...
What vulgar language? You heard nothing of the sort.
I guess so.
They're all jealous. That's why they're trying to make my life hell. Someone at the piano bar told me you'd come out to find a rich boyfriend.
Enter Babe, carrying an armful of Horatio's clothes.
I wish I could.
I've seen too much of young women going off with older men and leaving them high and dry.
I'm going to punish you.
I'm not your John Price type.
John Price knows how to live. He knows how to spend it.
Babe is sorting through the clothes. Horatio hasn't noticed.
Him. He's all talk. He's part of a consortium that had to tear down a huge block of flats.
Why?
Not built to regulation standard. If they hadn't pulled it down, reckon it would have fallen down. Price lost a hell of a lot of money.
He looks rich.
He's all front and swank. I guess he's heavily in debt. What on earth are you doing?
This cardigan, it's had it.
She chucks it down the terrace.
Your safari jacket, it's got wine stains down the front. Ow!
What are you doing with my clothes?
I'm going to make you young again. Young, handsome and exciting. Major Horatio Parsons. Get rid of this.
She flings it to one side.
That cardigan is cashmere. You can't throw it out.
I already have.
It came from the Burlington Arcade.
It's got them off. You're going to have everything new.
If I didn't keep my eye on you, you'd spend my money so fast I'd have none left.
Babe enters carrying a bundle of suits.
You'd love every minute of it.
Now what?
How long since you've worn this?
That's a Savile Row suit.
Too old-fashioned.
Just because I have money, you think you've got the right to spend it.
Well, if I don't spend it, who will?
Chucking out the suit.
That's got to go.
Hang on a minute.
I want us to spend it together. Buy new things.
Well, then I wouldn't have any left.
No, but you've had a beautiful time. Good people like sharing. I made you bubbling sweet for breakfast. You'd never had it before, and since then you've wanted it every day.
You're a spoilt girl. You've got to come to the master bedroom.
I was ashamed of you last night.
What?
When I asked those Americans you met in a piano bar back for a drink and you said there was no alcohol in the house.
Well, you shouldn't ask people you meet in bars back to your house. Americans will use you like a toy.
Then it's no fun. I'm going home.
Well, if you go for good. I'm not paying your fare back again.
Why aren't you a good person?
Good person? Aren't I paying all your expenses out here?
Horatio, think how exciting. That oyster silk nightgown we saw in the window, buying it and coming home and unpacking it together, and then you watching me put it on.
But then you'd want the oyster sheets to match, and before long, I'd have no money left.
Do you think I just want someone who buys me things? You're wrong. I want someone who brings me a cup of tea in bed in the morning and runs my bath for me. I want a man.
That's just it.
Pointing to the lounger.
I give you a wonderful present, and you still want more.
The day I stop wanting more, I might as well sit in this chair and put that blanket round me and give me a pair of knitting needles. It'll be over. But I'm not ready yet. Tonight, you're in for a surprise.
Ah, a surprise.
Yeah.
What kind of surprise?
I'll visit the master bedroom.
So it's going to be tonight?
I can't do it yet. I'm not ready.
Not ready?
You said you were a gentleman.
Even gentlemen have feelings.
I'll sleep in a bed beside you and then perhaps in a week if I haven't gone home.
A week?
Things come to those that wait. You've got to be patient too.
Patient? A week is a long time when you're a passionate man.
Scene 3. The terrace a few days later. It is morning. A bright umbrella and table have been added. The tubs are full of flowers. From a new cassette recorder, Kenny Rogers is singing. Horatio is sitting in a silk dressing gown, beating time to the music with his hand on his knee and rocking backwards and forwards in his chair with a smile on his face. Babe comes out pushing a new trolley. She's wearing a bikini top, a tie-round skirt, and high-heeled shoes.
My God, that's an old one. Where'd you dig that up?
Ah, from the charity shop in the plaza.
I bet that's where you got your Savile Row suit and all.
Oh, now don't be bitchy.
Only joking. You're always talking about the army, so I made you little soldiers to eat with your boiled egg.
Oh, darling.
And mind you, eat them all up.
Oh, my beautiful girl. You've got ankles as fine as a long-range precision gun. Did you save those 2 roast potatoes from last night?
Whatever for?
You might feel peckish when you get back from shopping.
If I feel peckish, I'm not going to eat last night's leftovers. I suppose the soap in the bathroom is all lumpy because you saved the old bit and stuck it on the new.
How did you guess?
Anyone would think you wasn't rich. Now I'm going shopping. Anything you need?
Oh, get some G&A gin, and you can just pour it into the Gordon's bottle when you get home. It's just as good and half the price. Oh, and Tonica and Socriano brandy.
I like Napoleon.
Napoleon is overpriced. You know, I'd better come with you.
No, finish your breakfast.
I can push the trolley.
No, darling, I can be twice as quick on my own. I'll tell you all the gossip when I get back.
Well, don't go talking to too many people or you'll be all morning.
I won't talk to no one. I'll fly along.
Let me come with you, darling.
I'll only be 5 minutes.
Bended knee.
Oh, come on then. If I leave you here, you'll only fret. Get dressed quick. Hello, Mum. I thought I'd catch you before you go to work. Well, take those boots I bought you for Christmas. They don't let the water in. Military men are very plain in their taste. He's got brown curtains. They can come down. And an old-fashioned wardrobe that must go too. He won't let me touch a famous battle painting, so he loves those. The man next door, he's got money too. You still there? We'll borrow my long white mat, but mind you shake it out when you come in and let it dry properly before you put it away. No, I haven't got it, or I'd send it to you. No, I'm still in the guest bedroom, so there isn't any room for you. All right, you can have my 50 quid. It's in the pocket of my suede coat. Bye-bye.
Enter J.P., leaping over the wall, carrying a metal pole on a stand with a string and a golf ball hanging from it. He carries a golf club under his arm.
Now you can practice your strokes.
Whatever's that?
Watch me.
He takes up a golf position and hits the ball, which flies to the end of the string and then dangles back again.
Now your turn. Come here. Now stand still, legs apart, feet firmly planted, bum a little out, a little more.
How's that?
Now hit it.
Babe swings the club and misses.
Try again.
This time she hits it.
Whoopee!
And again.
Yes!
It's all in the swing of the hips with golf.
Babe hits it again.
Good shot. Have you ever had anyone say to you, you got till lunchtime, spend as much as you like on clothes and shoes and I'll pay?
No.
Well, that's what I'm going to say to whatever young woman I'm with when I pull off this deal.
When's that?
Any day now.
Lucky girl.
Horatio is a flaneur.
What's that?
A man who pretends to have what he hasn't got. Listen to me, young lady. Horatio will never have money. No business acumen. I'll be off.
Without money, I'm a bitch. I have to have it. Hurry up, darling. I want to get to the shops.
I'm having trouble with these new clothes.
Can't wait to see you. He's only used to uniform.
Flippin' cravat.
You've got to suffer to be beautiful. I have silk curtains around the bed, oyster with little pearls on and a bed cover to match, and our silk dressing gowns hanging up together, and an ivory drinks cabinet in the bedroom to save us going into the kitchen when we're in bed.
Horatio enters in his new clothes. Babe straightens his cravat.
And would you put a bottle of champagne in an ice bucket?
What?
I was thinking about making the master bedroom beautiful.
Oh, spend, spend, spend. I got satisfaction from serving my queen and country. I dreamt about her again last night.
Don't tell me. I can guess. She was pinning a medal on your chest.
Yes, she was, for outstanding gallantry in the field.
Well, wouldn't have been for in the bedroom, would it?
You've no right to speak like that.
Don't you look lovely? What a woman can feel in a handsome man's company. I can wear my highest heels and know if I slip, you'll catch me. He gets your coat. He takes your arm. He looks at you. You can move your hips and smile and walk down the road and feel beautiful. Who'd miss that for the world?
Enter Juan, pushing a glass case on wheels, a bit like an ice cream trolley filled with exquisite shoes.
Oh, look at those. Real lizard skin.
Made for such tiny feet.
Can you imagine sliding them on?
One at a time over dainty little toes.
Oh, I'd love a pair of lizard skin boots.
Can you see the price?
€250.
What?
I want them. I've never wanted anything like I want those boots.
Ladies wait to be offered presents.
Ladies know they deserve the best.
If you go back to the UK and it's snowing, you won't be able to walk in them.
I'm not going back.
They're not practical, and that's that.
Oh, Horatio, look. Oh, please, darling, please.
Wait, well, you're too impatient. We haven't got the euros yet. It's a bad moment for exchange. Sterling is down.
Sterling? Oh, we seem to pick men who've done this and done that, and when it comes to me, they've got nothing.
We will have it, darling. It will come to those that wait, my wonderful girl. The price of sterling is rising. If we hang on.
But how long? How long have I got to wait? J.P. told me he was onto some very good deals. If he can arrange it, why can't you?
Don't talk to J.P. about private matters. He's as slippery as hell. This is our business and it has nothing to do with him. Be patient.
Be patient. You hear all of these men buying diamond rings to women they hardly know.
You are a spoilt little girl. You want everything.
Why have I ended up with you just when you've got problems with sterling? You tell me that? I'm not bad looking. I'm alive. What else do you want me to be?
I don't think you really trust me.
Trust you? You say I'm going to take you to China. And then a day later, you're on about your sterling. I think people who wait for things are slow. Why wait? Because they've waited and waited and waited. Then they die and they've never had it. Look at them. Just look. They're my size and I know it.
You'll never get your feet into those.
Oh, no?
Some Spanish bullfight music plays. Juan produces a stool with a flourish. She sits down. She lifts her foot, and Juan takes off her shoe and holds her foot. She wriggles her toes and smiles at him. He again lifts her foot as if to inspect it for size. He begins to fit the boot, smoothing the leather around the ankle and talking to Babe in Spanish.
Guapa, rubia guapa.
And don't get into conversation with the salesman. I very much doubt if he speaks English, so you would be wasting your time.
Look at that.
Juan massages out the creases around her calf, saying flattering things in Spanish all the while. He takes her other foot in his hands. He fits the second boot.
Me gusta mucho, mucho.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish.
Just ignore him and let him get on. These Spanish take all day if you allow it. Basta, por favor, basta.
What's the hurry, senor? The young lady must take her time if she's on holiday. Look in the mirror, senorita.
So, what do you think?
They're very high. You know how uneven the pavements are here. You'll fall and hurt yourself.
I don't care if I fall and break my neck. Anyway, I want them for when I go back to the UK.
You said you are not going back.
Not much use staying here.
You mustn't rush at these things.
I must have them. There's no such thing as saying I can't have them.
Well, I say you can't have them.
I gave up every mortal thing I knew to stay on here.
You came for a holiday.
I thought I might be able to start a new life with a man who loved me.
You can bargain with these people.
Go on then.
I could try and get him down.
What do you offer, senor?
I'll tell you what. You can either have the pearls we saw yesterday or the boots.
I'll have the boots.
How much do you offer?
Just a minute. And then we'll wait till the end of the month when I change the sterling. There'll probably be a sale then.
Sale?
No sale, senor. Boots are too good.
You can't wait till the sale.
All hand stitched.
Someone else will get them. You see beautiful things and you can't have them.
Juan hands her his handkerchief.
Oh, darling, calm down.
I have a guess the young lady wants the boots.
I'll ask you not to interfere in personal matters.
Young lady's broken-hearted for handmade lizard skin boots.
Why should you have it all your own way?
They're too flashy.
I like to be flashy. I like to be smart.
Very smart boots.
Women should be properly looked after.
But I do look after you.
She's a young lady who needs the expensive garments.
I'll have to ask you to step aside.
Not enough, you don't. You and your crossword and your world news radio in the army. You're supposed to be my lover.
I think out would be wisdom if the gentleman paid for the boots.
But I want to be your lover, if only you'd let me.
Then show me. Buy me the boots and we can go home.
All right, darling.
Wonderful man.
I have given the correct advice. No, sir?
Horatio hands over a wad of notes and watches impatiently while Juan counts them.
I also have lizard skin handbag to match. You want that?
No, 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 no.
Later, perhaps.
Yes, next time we're passing, I'm going to wear these home.
Juan takes Babe's shoes, gives them a polish, and elaborately wraps them in tissue paper.
Basta, basta.
Momento.
Did you see the way he was handling your shoes?
The young lady is looking beautiful in boots.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you. Gracias.
All the eyes will be turned towards your legs.
Come on, then.
Slow down.
I told you they were too high.
I want to stroll on your arm.
Just want to get rid of that fellow. He was impudent.
Tired, darling.
Tired? Me? I'm not tired. I want to get home.
Back on the terrace.
Then I'm going to give you a treat.
What?
Sit in that chair.
You look wonderful.
Thank you, darling.
Oh, let me look at you. Who said I was tired?
Yeah, sit down.
Why?
Do as you're told.
I could feast my eyes on you forever.
She stands with her back to him and takes his foot between her knees.
Yep, we're gonna boom, diddy boom.
Naughty girl.
The shoe comes off suddenly and she sits down with a bump on his lap. She jiggles up and down.
Shall we, shan't we? Will we or won't we?
Darling.
I wonder if you could or you couldn't.
Sweetheart,
What do you want?
you're my naughty little girl.
These are women's boots. These boots are fantastic.
Glorious boots. Glorious boots.
Would you care to join me for dinner tonight?
Are you inviting me?
Yeah,
Then I shall provide the champagne.
we'll have candles on the table and serviettes in the glasses.
What'll we eat?
I'll cook spaghetti bolognese and you can grate the cheese.
Oh, but first, I want to kiss your naked feet.
These boots are so beautiful. I don't want to ever take them off. Ever.
I will take them off for you, my little queen. That will be my treat.
I like walking about in them.
Oh, come sit down and give me your foot.
I'm going to polish your glasses first to make sure you can see what you're doing.
I shall be your slave tonight.
Babe gives the glasses a quick shine and puts them on the end of her nose. She picks up his pipe and puts it in her mouth. Hitching up her skirt, she puts one foot up on the chair.
How do I look?
I can see your undergarments.
Are they black or white?
Black.
Is that a little bruise come up on my leg?
Let me look.
Sit down then.
Oh, what wonderful thighs you have.
All the better to squeeze you with. What about my bruise?
Oh, it's nothing, darling.
That's because you can't see without your glasses.
May I unzip your boot, my queen?
Only because it's hot. And don't go getting no smudges on it.
Oh, I'm going to shine these up for you till you can see your face in them.
Babe sits on a chair while Horatio kneels beside her and gives the boots a polish with his pocket handkerchief. Babe whistles nonchalantly.
Ready now? I'm going to unzip.
Horatio unzips her boot and throws it over his shoulder and, seizing her foot, kisses it passionately.
Ouch, you're tickling.
Now for the other one.
He overenthusiastically tackles the other zip.
Ooh, whoops.
I don't believe it. Let me go and jam my zip. I'll kill you for this.
Yeah, let me try, darling.
Hurry up then. I'm getting a hot sweat.
Hold still.
You're pulling too hard. You'll break it.
Just relax.
Relax. These are my new lizard skin beautiful boots. And you've jammed the zip. Go and fetch that fellow from the shop. He'll know what to do.
Never.
Now I've got the hot sweats and claustrophobia.
Oh, my poor darling. Well, just wait.
Get the nail scissors.
What are you going to do?
You're going to have to cut them off me, and I haven't got another size free.
Wait, darling, patience.
Fetch those scissors.
Let me have one more try.
No, you had your chance and you lost it.
I'll make up for it.
I'm going to have the pearls after all.
No.
You've never bought women jewelry, have you? You've never given yourself that pleasure.
I've had a lot of pleasure. Look at that yacht.
Photos of yachts are no good to me. Get me out of this boot.
Horatio tries to hold her kicking leg still so he can catch hold of the zip. She breaks loose and staggers over to find the scissors. He goes after her and catches hold of her.
Please don't cut your beautiful boots.
Give me the scissors.
She cuts off the boot and flings it away.
Just because I haven't got one now doesn't mean I won't get one again. Damn and damnation. I'll cut my throat and hope to die.
Scene 4. The terrace. The next morning. A new floral swing seat has been added. Babe, barefoot, her hair standing on end, is sitting in a chair with a trolley beside her covered in various ointments, which she is mixing. Horatio, jacket off and sleeves rolled up, is beside her. He is tetchy. Babe looks in the mirror.
Before you start out, put that pinafore round you.
Why on earth?
Oh, I'll do it.
Is this really necessary?
Yes, it is. This stuff burns a hole in your clothes if it splashes, and I don't want your new trousers ruined.
I hope this isn't going to take long.
I've done the front, but I can't see to do the back. I don't want you to miss the crown. That's where it shows.
I thought you were naturally fair.
I am. This is just highlights. Put your glasses on.
Ooh, it's gone mauve.
Now do it straight down the middle.
Ooh, it smells terrible.
And don't overlap it, otherwise you'll burn the ends and it'll all fall out.
It was lucky you were able to use my pipe cleaners to curl your hair.
Lucky? And whose fault was it my rollers blew up?
You used the wrong plug. Your hair could have gone up in flames, poof, like that if you've had them in.
You don't have them plugged in when you're wearing them. Where have you been all your life?
Oh, now then.
Whatever did they teach you in the army?
I won't do your hair.
Sorry, darling. Kiss and make up.
One more.
Careful.
I could have killed you last night.
It was my boots that got ruined, not yours. Now pay attention to what you're doing.
I'm not used to this sort of thing.
Every fellow I've been out with has done highlights.
I don't want to hear about that.
If you can't do it, you have to give me the money to go to the hairdresser, and that'll cost you €100, and you won't like that.
You always want to squander my money.
Phew, I've got some chance with you.
Horatio, dabbing at her hair, sings. The telephone rings.
Who is it?
Lovely, darling. Nearly finished. Just those last wisps. No, I can't really promise. Careful.
I'm being careful.
He's doing my hair.
Who on earth are you talking to?
Just a minute, darling. I'm on the telephone. I think you've missed a bit over there. Look. I don't know. Perhaps.
That isn't JP, is it?
Yes.
Tell him to get off the line. I have an important call coming through.
Gotta go now. He's going to ruin my hair.
Who does he think he is?
Bye for now. Bye.
Look at that. All finished.
Thank you. Take the time, please, Horatio. I've got to wash it out in 10 minutes. JP asked me out for a drive.
Well, you're not going, and that's it. Time taken.
I'm homesick.
Oh, wow. That reminds me of my favorite joke. This man came home to his wife one night and said, "I'm homesick." And she says, "But this is your home." He says, "I know, and I'm sick of it." You're not laughing.
I'm bored. I've hardly left this terrace in a week.
Rubbish. We've been to the beach every day.
Same old beach, same old supermarket, same old bar.
That was where we met. I'm a busy, busy bee. I'm a
I think
busy.
I'll ring Val.
Oh, don't forget the cost.
Just a quickie, I promise.
Keep it short.
Is that you, Val? How is everybody? Oh no, he didn't. Thank God she found him. Can't come for a day or two. Please make an excuse for me to matron. I'll do 2 weekends run if I come home. No, I was joking. Give Basil my love and Miss Edwards if she remembers who I am. Yes, Val, but you know how I love the sun. You should see my colour. I'm almost copper.
That'll do.
He's sitting right beside me. I miss you. I'd better go. I'll ring tomorrow.
What was that about ringing tomorrow? Can't they manage without you for 5 minutes?
Sit down, darling.
I've told you to cut back on the long distance calls.
Well, who can I ring local? Him next door?
Certainly not. So, what's been going on back there?
Usual stuff. You want to hear?
Yes, tell me all about my little nurse at work.
Listen, Basil has tiddled himself and he stinks. Val goes up the wall, but I'll say, "Come on, Basil, you're going to have a bath now." And he'd go, "Nope." He was a barrister. Handsome he is. "I'll give you scotch and soda," and a little smile comes over his face. Scotch and soda coming up as quick as you get him in and out of that bath. He'd sit in the chair while I'd undress him. Val is stricter and she often forgets his whiskey.
I'd rather have you.
"Well, Basil," I say, "you're loving all this. living in Japan. I bet you had all the geisha girls doing this for you. He's in the nude now. He's nearly 7 foot tall and he's got a beautiful skin. Don't forget, he's 98.
I can see it all.
What I liked about him was he had a saucy eye. He had a real twinkle in his eyes. I'd put a lot of bubbles in the bath. I'd soap his chest,
Oh, you are a naughty girl.
make a lather in the hairs on his chest and his back, and we talk about the places he's been, the people he'd met. He'd had an interesting life. Then suddenly he'd say, I'm not staying here. I'm going to Hong Kong. You can only go to Hong Kong if you take me with you. Then I'd get him powdered up, comb his beautiful silver hair, go back in an hour's time, and he had 2 pairs of trousers on and an overcoat, and he's saying, I'm going to Hong Kong. Call me a cab.
Oh, darling, the sun's just caressing your cheek. I could stay like this forever. Tell me some more.
Miss Edwards is a prima ballerina. I massage her legs 3 times a day. She's 90 now, but I bet she could dance and all. She won't have no creases in her sheets. When she goes to bed, duvet just so, she hums a Nutcracker suite. Good evening, babe. Good evening, Miss Edwards. Then off came her bed jacket and she'd have her clean one on before she'd eat her supper. And it's pure silk. She's a lady. Covers her knickers up at night with a silk cloth. I've never seen that done. She is elegant.
Oh, my little nurse.
Some of the nurses are unkind. Miss Edwards is a bit slow and I've seen them take her plate away before she's finished eating. Basil is my favourite. I polish his shoes till he can see his face in them. When the fog lifts, we're going away, you and I. Yes, I'd say. Has the boat come in yet?
Oh, sweetheart.
Oh, I miss Basil and I miss Miss Edwards. Good evening, babe. I'll wear my saffron yellow cashmere shawl for dinner. She says it as though she had 100 in the wardrobe instead of just 1.
There's a ring at the door.
Oh, if that is that bloody nuisance, John Price, this time I'm going to tell him to clear off. Oh, good God.
Is my daughter here? Where is she?
Excuse me? Babe, where have you got to?
Oh my good God. What are you doing here?
I've come to fetch you home. Get me a brandy. Where do you think you've been?
What are you playing at?
Couldn't get through on the phone.
Coming out here?
I've tried once. If I tried once, I've tried 100 times.
No.
You've caused havoc back at the Ollies. If it wasn't for me, you'd have got the sack. What's that you got on?
I chose that blouse for her.
Oh, you've done well for yourself. Sitting at home paying the bills. Makes you look top heavy.
I think she looks gorgeous in it.
It's too frilly. She needs to wear plain things with her figure.
Oh, leave off.
Whatever brasseries are you wearing?
Oh, Mum.
You put on a bit of weight since I saw you. She puts on weight very easily. Where do you think you've been?
I was only having a little holiday.
Holiday? Who do you think you are?
I can do what I like.
You've overstayed your leave.
What if I have?
Matron's been on the phone to me.
I sent her a card.
Cod? That old boy tried to run away. You promised him that you'd be back on Sunday. He got in a cab to the airport looking for you. Matron had to go fetch him back. I tell you, she's none too pleased with you.
Oh, my poor Basil.
I'll have another one. Painted your nails? That colour's too glamour girl for you. Did he buy you that and all?
Yes, he did.
It would suit me more than it suits you. I'll sleep with my daughter.
How long were you thinking of staying?
I I've only just got here.
I think your mother would be comfortable in the guest room, and you can come into the master bedroom for tonight. We'll find her a B&B tomorrow.
I'm not sleeping on my own. She'll have to sleep in with me. I don't know this place. I've caught the sun walking up here.
You've stayed in the shade.
Don't forget, I'm a widow. Your father was always afraid you might get hold of someone that'd be cruel to you.
She's been perfectly safe with me.
I always thought that some man would make you his prisoner. Now I have to go to your rescue.
God.
Yes. He gets hold of my babe, carries her off into a big fast car, a red car, and takes her to her house and shuts her up in the attic and ties her arms to the bed.
What about my legs?
What about your legs?
They tie my legs up too.
Oh, just your arms. I can't get to you. I have to ease my way along the parapet, and you're laying on an old mattress, and your hair's all long and straggly, and you haven't been washed.
Oh, I need another drink after that.
You can't get gentlemen now, only old trash. Here, where's that other fella you mentioned?
JP?
Oh, I should leave JP out of this.
Who asked you? Is he married?
No, he's Australian.
Oh, is he? I met an Australian once. I went away with him for the weekend. He had his way with me. And then I didn't hear from him. I didn't see him no more. I had to pawn my ring to get up there.
Oh, Cecille.
Wasn't the first time. Here, I'm hungry. I want miles to get here. You got anything to eat?
I'll see if I can rustle up some leftovers.
Oh, I'm not half burning.
Hold still. I'll rub some cream in for you.
Where'd you get them shoes? Did he buy them?
Yes, he did.
You always had something to give you. You've been lucky that way.
Babe rubs in cream.
Oh, go easy. Every time I meet someone in the street, they say, how's your babe? It doesn't matter where I go. Somebody knows you. It gets on my nerves. Time you face reality, my girl.
You face reality, Mum. It would frighten you to death.
No wonder you wanted to stop out here. You've got a lady's life.
I like him.
Like him. Telling me to go to a B&B all on my own. Then again, if he's got money.
He's so jealous. But he's got something I want.
What?
I don't know. He's got lovely table manners.
They want you back at the Ollies. Double quick. That fella won't take a bath until you come home. Miss Edwards hasn't spoken since you went away.
All I could find.
Well, tell Matron I have plenty of news when I get home.
What do you mean, tell Matron you're coming home with me?
I'm coming home when I want to come home.
She's always been good with old people. Her father was older than me. She's not a qualified nurse. Do you know that? Did she tell you that? She failed her exams. No, she's only an auxiliary. Can't spell. Of course, the pay is much lower for auxiliaries. She likes to pretend she's a proper nurse, so don't tell her I told you.
Brains aren't everything. Oh, the news is on, darling. World news, come and listen.
I don't want to listen to the news, Horatio. I've got enough of my own news going round my head as it is.
Good morning, babe. I'm driving up to Marbella, a business meeting. Would you like to come?
Thank you.
I've run in the new engine so we could try her out for speed on the straight. Stop in the Torresiano for a drinkies.
Good idea.
As a matter of fact, there's a Catalan restaurant just opened, a 5-star job. Take you into another world, eh?
What about my mother?
No room. We might even take the clubs and give you a quick game on the way home.
What do you wear for golf?
It'll be warm enough. You might get a light breeze around your ankles if you're lucky. No high heels, mind.
Can't walk in flats.
I'll have to carry you, won't I?
He makes a lunge towards her. She leaps out of the way.
Over my shoulder?
No,
You don't look heavy.
thank you.
May I try?
Later.
Done.
When are you going?
The sooner the better.
Got to do my hair.
I'll nip home and collect a few documents I need and come back with the jack.
Darling, it's 10 minutes up for my hair.
Just coming. Good morning, JP.
Good morning, old boy. I was just offering Babe a trip to Marbella. I've got some business to do and I think she likes to look in the shops.
Oh, I don't think that'll be necessary, old boy. She's got everything she needs.
Oh, I'd love to go. Please, darling. Back this evening, won't we?
Certainly.
There you are.
I'm not having my girl risking her neck on those awful bends, particularly not after lunch.
I'm not car sick.
I'll take good care of her. Delicate fruit bruises easily.
No, I'm not having it. I planned a nice walk with the binoculars this afternoon.
A walk for half an hour and the rest of the time you'll be having your siesta. And what can I do then?
You can talk to your mother.
Hello.
JP, this is Cecille. This is John Price, Cecille.
I know all about you.
Delighted.
It was in my stars this month
Oh, yes?
that I'd meet someone and that my life would change.
Indeed.
Listen, darling, I'll be able to buy you the new shirts you need.
You don't need any new shirts.
Yes, you do. Blue ones to match your eyes.
You going shopping? I'll come.
Sorry, it's a 2-seater.
Oh, well, get me a bathing suit and a couple of pairs of shorts. I've got nothing to wear. Oh, and one of them the halter sun tops.
Here, what about my hair? Is that 10 minutes up?
Oh, yes. I'm afraid it's a little after.
Bleeding hair.
That's settled then. I'll collect her shortly.
You people think you can get away with murder.
You people?
Yes. This was a pleasant place till they built all that.
I beg your pardon. Your property's gone up in value since the consortium submitted planning permission for the golf course.
You think you can walk onto another man's terrace and walk off again with his fiancée?
Fiancé? That's what you promised, is it?
Damn you, Price.
I know your story. You got drunk one night in the bar and we all heard it.
I'll ask you to keep your voice down. There's a young lady in there.
Face it, Horatio. You're on a losing wicket. Now, if I were to put her wise...
You cad, Price. I've shot men for less than this. I forbid you to give away private information.
So what's it worth to you? An afternoon trip to Marbella?
You're a bounder and a cad.
I didn't have time to do my hair properly, so this will have to do.
Go back to bed, darling. Your hair's damp. You'll catch cold.
Ed,
I'll join you in a minute.
but I'm all ready to go out.
I'll be below in a jiffy. You'll hear the horn honking. We'll have the hood down, blow the cobwebs away.
What do you think of my shoes?
Isn't that just the limit?
They put me in a pair I once had.
Those black suede ones with spindle heels.
Give him the monkey business.
I took a 4 and she took a 3, and she only nicked them and put cotton wool in the toes.
And she found out.
I took her to the pictures every Thursday.
There was this man who always said hello, and he bought me sweets, and she was jealous.
I was not.
You can see him now. He had a black moustache and jet black hair. Perhaps I should be with an Egyptian who worshipped me.
We all have skeletons in our cupboards, my angel.
Perhaps I was an Egyptian princess in another life.
You're too blonde.
Pretending to be such a man of the world. Ugh. You're my girl.
I'm your guest. You told me we would go to exotic places. Where have we been? Nowhere. I want to see the world.
I'm taking you to the West Indies as soon as the sterling comes through.
I want romance and paradise.
We'll take a beach hut and I'll cook you fresh fish for breakfast.
I never eat fish for breakfast.
Why should you have everything your own way?
I want to see the Great Wall of China and the Taj Mahal.
I'll take you to the Alhambra Palace. We'll go next week.
Next week is no good to me. I'm going to Marbella with John Price.
I will not have it.
I want a man who will fulfill my wildest dreams.
But I could fulfill your wildest dreams if you'd let me. Don't I deserve something too?
What about the yacht?
That was yesterday.
I'd love a ride on the yacht. I'd wear a white silk shantung suit with black piping on the lapels.
It's time you settled down.
I want adventure. I wasn't born to be an ordinary woman.
What nonsense.
Have you ever heard of reincarnation? Because centuries and centuries ago, I know I was a very powerful woman. I can see myself somewhere, but it's very blurred. I must have had the best because I recognize it when I see it.
We hear a car horn.
A wise woman would settle here.
I can't get wisdom except by experience. If I don't experience the world, how can I be wise like you want me to be? I don't think I was born to get up, go to work, come home, have dinner. I wasn't born for that. Please give me my handbag. I need a cigarette.
He hands it over in great agitation. The horn honks again, more urgently.
You are not going to Marbella, and that's an order.
I can go where I like.
I'm not having this. John Price is after you.
I paid my own fare out.
You're with me. You're my woman.
And I shall pay my own fare home.
You're not going home.
Then I'm going to Marbella.
Act 2, Scene 1. A bedroom at the Alhambra Palace Hotel, Granada. The next day. Nighttime. It is a beautiful room with a view towards the mountains. It has twin beds. Babe and Horatio enter. They are all dressed up, she in a red dress with her spindly red high-heeled sandals, and he in a white suit. The sound of flamenco music drifts up from downstairs.
I'm all in red tonight. Fiery red. Penny for your thoughts, darling.
Tomorrow we could have dinner sent up on a trolley to our room and eat in peace and quiet.
Horatio, we are at the Alhambra Palace Hotel.
A burst of exhilarating music, followed by clapping, is heard in the distance.
I know.
He catches hold of her hand and begins to kiss her arm.
No more. Not till you clip that moustache.
Oh, please, darling.
No.
But I want you to teach me how to give you perfect satisfaction.
Not till you shaved off that moustache. And I don't think you should because it suits you.
Don't take my best girl away from me when I've only just met her.
Here I am.
But you were too friendly in the restaurant downstairs.
You mean I shouldn't talk to anyone but you?
Well, it's all right to say good evening, but it's not necessary to say more. You get so involved.
Why not?
Talking easily turns to flirting with you. I watched you tonight. I watched them, the way they looked at you.
How do they look at me?
They look at you and then they offer to buy us a drink and I have to buy one back and pretend I don't care when all I want is for them to go away so I can talk to you myself.
Oh, yes. And what about? About the army and how the sun goes round the moon? I've heard that. If I've heard it once, I've heard it 20 times.
Yes, but you never learn it. That's why you never know your south from your north, because you don't learn the direction the sun moves in.
I don't know my south or my north or my east from my west, but I don't care. I can always ask you.
But it would give me so much satisfaction if you would learn which way the sun went round the moon.
I need people like I need air and water and sun. People make me feel alive. People are excitement.
But you shouldn't flirt. It puts ideas into people's heads.
What people and what ideas?
Men, desire, sexual desire.
Ah,
Come into my bed tonight.
I hope Mum's all right.
She's with 200 euros to spend. Of course she's all right.
I'm exhausted.
You're exhausted because you stayed out half the night with John Price. You thought I was asleep when you came home at 4 a.m. Where did you go?
I was hungry after the shopping trip. I had to wait while he did his business.
Business.
He said he was setting up a big deal.
Yeah, he would. Don't trust him. He's downright dodgy.
So we went to the Bossa Nova.
The Bossa Nova closes at 3.
Yes, I felt so hungry, he took me to the bus station.
Bus station?
Yeah, and I had calamari. We had to wait for them to go out and catch them. That's why I didn't get home till 4 a.m. I was wondering when you were going to ask me.
You went to the bus station till 4 a.m. and I didn't know where you were. He said it was just a drive to Marbella and you'd be back in the evening. Cad.
Well, it was, except the evening ran on into the early morning.
I've sat on it all day. I didn't want to spoil our beautiful holiday.
2 nights. I suppose I better make the most of it.
I can't bear the idea of anyone else touching you. He didn't try anything, did he?
No.
Then why were you so late?
That's higher. Then I was hungry.
So
I told you, he took me to the bus station.
he didn't lay a finger on you?
Only to help me out the car.
He would grab any opportunity. He's that sort.
That car has got very low seats.
You could have got out of that car by yourself. You're a young woman.
I know I'm a young woman. And I saw you stand over my bed, flicking your light to see if I was in there. You might have woken up Cecille.
Well, you slept with your clothes on.
So what? I won't tonight. Help me to take my dress off.
You only had your knickers on tonight then.
Yes, I felt like being ladylike. The dining room is so beautiful.
She flings her shoes off and sits on the bed, still in her dress, and begins to fiddle with Horatio's portable radio. Horatio empties his pockets and counts his money.
520.
Horatio, can we hear some music?
Be bloody careful. I want to be able to hear the world news in the morning.
We're on holiday. We don't want the news.
I'm sorry, but I never miss the news. You've got to know what's happening in the world.
Why?
I shouldn't encourage you to drink. Men can take it. They can hold their brandy. Why? Because to make important decisions, I need to be well informed if I'm here to have a front seat on the world. Oh, yes, and another thing. Don't go chatterboxing to the staff. I will do the talking. I understand these people.
But I am Mrs. Parsons.
She lets the dress fall to the ground and puts on her nightdress.
Then you should act like her in public and in the bedroom.
And you just want to shut yourself off from everyday people because you think you're highly powered. Horatio, why did you leave England?
Ladies shouldn't ask questions. To save money.
Bald-headed men have always attracted me. I think they look very strong.
What's that?
Nothing.
Restlessly wandering about, Horatio enters in pajamas and silk dressing gown.
Horatio, what frightens you?
Not much.
I'm frightened of living in a rundown tower block. I know I live in a council flat now, but it's a nice one and I live with my mum. If it was the one nearby, where they wee in the corridors, syringes in the lifts, needles on the floor, cunt written in big letters across the staircase. And you see them with half a dozen kids, dummies in their mouths, runny noses, crying and whining as they shuffle along, trail along, and they cannot get out of it. Live by day, year in, year out, borrow a quid here, a quid there, sell this, sell that. It frightens me, Horatio. I'm telling you, it terrifies me.
Oh, my sweetheart.
It makes my blood run cold. If I were to ever end up like that, I'd commit suicide. And don't think I wouldn't, because I would. It literally makes me sick to the stomach, the worry of it.
Stay here then, and let's live man and wife.
I imagined you completely different when I met you. I imagined you as my Prince Charming. At long last he'd come. I thought you were a millionaire who needed cheering up.
Behave yourself.
That's every woman's dream, and I thought it happened to me.
I bought you the boots.
Boots! Boots! Don't mention boots. Dance with me, Horatio. It's so beautiful here.
You're wonderful. You don't need to spell.
But I do if I want to become an independent woman of the world.
Dance.
Yes. Dance. Watch me. Hold your hands in the air, and as I move, follow my movements.
I'm ready.
Babe starts to sway her hips. Horatio tries to follow.
Loosen your hips. Don't think. Just watch me and move. No, not like that. Don't try so hard. Just keep your eyes on my body and let your body respond.
She leans forward and undoes a couple of his buttons.
Let the air get to your chest.
They dance.
Oh, that's enough, darling.
Just look at me and let yourself go.
An old-fashioned foxtrot comes on. Horatio comes into his own.
Ah, now this is dance music.
Stop. Stop.
Oh, thank you. That was wonderful.
Soap's got in my eyes. No, I'm telling lies. I'm crying. I'm crying and I should be happy. I'm such a discontented person.
You need a man to keep you in order. Come here, darling.
I'm exhausted. Put me to bed.
Horatio turns down the sheet, takes off her slippers, helps her into bed, and tucks the sheet around her. He kneels by the bed.
Are you surprised I went for you knowing our age difference?
You saw something. Maturity, strength.
I saw you as my saviour, my way out, my ticket to fairyland where everything is clean and fresh. A terrace with plants, my sun lounger with its yellow umbrella.
Oh, darling.
Pass my cigarettes out my bag.
We are having such a wonderful time. A honeymoon. Everyone's eyes are on you.
Look out the window. The mountains are so beautiful. Oh, Horatio, I can't love you the way you want. I have this lump in my throat.
Well, let me kiss it softly and see if I can make it go away. I won't hurt you, darling, and I won't let anyone else hurt a hair on your head.
It's not you I'm frightened of. It's me.
I'm offering you a new life. Things happen in dreams that in real life you would never hope for.
Let me in on the secret.
Have you ever been kissed all over?
No.
Let me kiss you. I'll start at your feet and kiss you all the way up and down again.
I'm too strung up. Horatio, pour me a brandy. It will help me to relax. This must be the most beautiful view in the world. What are those mountains called?
Those are the Sierra Nevadas.
I'd like to be on top of that mountain and shout, "Where am I going?" and have an echo come back to me solving the mystery.
You are so desirable, but I am patient. And I could wait for you forever. How long am I going to have to wait, by the by?
Let's pretend I'm the Major's wife back in the 40s. Close your eyes now. You have come home on leave. Are they closed?
Yes.
I'm not expecting you, and you come upon me in the bedroom, just as I'm getting ready to go to a ball.
Are you dressed?
Yeah, I'm wearing this long silver dress, so
Hmm.
tight it's like the skin of a fish. It shimmers in the candlelight, and you walk into the bedroom and you see me there.
Oh, darling.
Horatio, I wasn't expecting you. What a thrilling surprise.
You look so beautiful. Where are you going?
The regiment is having a ball. You must put on your full regalia, your medals on your chest, and a red rose in your buttonhole.
Oh, but first, I slowly undo the zip of your mermaid's gown, and it falls to the floor, and you stand there naked in your high-heeled shoes.
The room slowly darkens. After a moment, the lights come up. It is the middle of the night, but there is a full moon, and we can see a sleeping figure in each of the twin beds. Suddenly, Horatio sits bolt upright.
Darling, darling,
What happened?
I had an awful dream. Oh, I dreamt you left me.
Move over. I'm getting in.
I will die with you.
I won't half tell you off if you do.
Oh, my precious, don't leave me.
Hold on to me tight. I'm here with you now. Cuddle me up.
Oh, darling. Oh, I've got this terrible cramp. Oh, it's in my calf.
Babe jumps out of the bed and pulls off the covers.
Me.
Oh,
Turn your toes up. That's it. Better?
Much better.
You relax. I'm going to give you a little massage.
No, you'll tickle me.
No, I won't. This is what the Duke of Windsor used to do to Mrs. Simpson.
She massages his leg.
Oh, my darling. Who will look after you when I'm gone?
Now look here. I've just rubbed your calf and massaged your feet. With me looking after you, you'll live to be 100.
Come back into bed.
Just for a little while. I've got to get my beauty sleep.
You look like a goddess.
Goddess or not, I've got to have a cigarette.
Get into my bed. You can smoke it sitting beside me.
I thought you didn't allow smoking in bed.
My wife didn't like it.
Well, we're at the Alhambra Palace Hotel in Granada, and as far as I can see, she ain't here.
I know. But old habits die hard.
Just lift up that telephone and order some coffee, please.
But it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
I happen to notice that the hotel has 24-hour room service.
That is going to be very expensive.
Horatio, am I or am I not a goddess?
All right, darling. But don't go chatting to the waiter when he brings it. Dos café, por favor.
Babe puts on her negligee and high-heeled slippers. She looks in the mirror and combs her hair. Horatio watches her. Then she goes to the window.
Oh, look, Horatio. Come here quickly. The sun is getting up and the mountains are all bright pink. Quick.
I'm coming.
There is a knock at the door.
That was quick.
Cover yourself up. You'll incite him if he sees you in your nightwear.
Rubbish. Enter.
Oh, not you.
Buenas noches, senor.
Horatio looks for his jacket and then searches desperately through the pockets for a tip.
Good evening.
Shall I pour for the senora?
Yes, please. Milk and 2 sugars for me, and for the signor, no sugar. I don't want him getting fat.
No, but the senora doesn't need to watch her figure.
Thank you for the compliment.
And has the lovely legs adorn the boots?
There was an accident with the zip.
An incidente.
Yes, a whopping incidente.
Oh, dear me. Return to the shop and I will repair for you gratis.
Gratis.
Free. Free as a bird. Free as a Spaniard. The matching handbag is still not sold, senora. You want it?
Gratis.
For you? Maybe.
Maybe yes or maybe no.
Horatio hands him a tip.
I'll finish. You can go now.
Thank you, senor. You are making happy in the hotel?
Yes, excellent service.
Juan picks up Horatio's suit.
I'll take the pressing and bring it back for the morning.
All right.
And my frock, please. Cool iron. Wrong way out.
Juan takes the dress.
Cool iron? How you say cool, like cool skin?
He strokes it.
Careful not to mark it.
I treat it precious. Gently, all night.
All night? What are you talking about?
Senor, the young lady's dress smells so sweet, like the young lady, no?
You give that dress back.
He's going to press it for me.
Can't you see what he's going to do with it?
Well, he's not going to wear it. It wouldn't fit him.
He's slim like you.
I told you. Jolly good job I was present, or he could have made you an indecent proposal.
Come off it.
I haven't been around the world with my eyes closed, you know. When you're a soldier, you see a lot. Don't you worry.
Forget all that. Come to the window.
He goes to the window and puts an arm around her shoulders. They stand looking out at the mountains.
This calls for a brandy.
We've got our own brandy in the suitcase.
I am Mrs. Parsons, so I shall order double Napoleon brandies with our coffee to drink in our room while we watch the sun get up over the Sierra Nevada. Now, you've never done that with anyone before, have you?
Scene 2. The terrace of Horatio's house has been more or less taken over. Cecille has hung her washing on the tubs and over the umbrella. Cecille, wearing her new shorts and suntop, is sitting at the table with J.P., tucking into a large roast dinner.
It's all based on minute calculations and keeping your nerve in the face of the other fellow. I was on a golf course in the Grand Bahamas. Palm trees, birds, silver sand in the bunkers, little white electric buggies at everyone's disposal. But the banks got mean, so I came to Spain.
And a roast potato.
I don't mind if I do. I haven't had a dinner like this since I was a kid. You boil them first.
Boil them first for 5 minutes, then roast them in with the meat. And as long as you've got plenty of scrag ends with lots of fat on them, then they'll come up crisp. Mind, you need a hot oven. More gravy. Carrots.
Trouble with Spain, everything takes so long, the investors go cold. These carrots are tasty.
As long as you've got plenty of fat, you can put them in, the carrots in with the meat pan alongside the potatoes, and they'll soak it up lovely. When the lot's cooked, add a bit of bits. You've got a nice rich gravy. More?
What's for afters?
Cabinet pudding and treacle. I had to go to 3 shops down here to find suet. And they didn't speak English. I don't know how you manage out here. Here are those cufflinks, real gold.
Sure thing.
Nice and chunky. I do like a bit of gold. I've got gold shoes, a gold bag, and I could get a gold swimsuit and I'd wear that and all. The sun shines on it and you look the picture of health. Takes years off your gold does.
You got a bit of gravy on your chin, Cecille.
Oh, whoops.
I didn't want it to drip onto that new sun top. By the by, don't expect too much. The old boy's got financial problems.
She can't stay with him then. You better get us back out of here.
Well, that's what I intend to do. Once I've got the mullah, I'm going to leave them gasping. He'll cry his poor eyes out.
God. Who invited you here, Price?
Nice trip.
I cooked dinner. I wasn't going to eat all on my own. Finished? Come on, babe, you can help with the washing up.
I think I'll skip the afters. I've got to sign the final contract on the golf course deal. Last chance to invest, Parsons? Or are you a little short?
A man can't leave his own house without... What have I done to deserve this? What, short? Of course I'm not short.
I wish we could have stayed up there.
Where will it end?
Go and have your siesta, darling. I saw the mountains covered in snow, the Sierra Nevada mountains. He wore a silk dressing gown, the David Niven type, and he was brushing my hair and I was sat between his legs. He's so jealous, but he's got something I want.
What?
I don't know. There's still this yearning in me and it will never go away. And I say to myself, forget it, forget it. It's a longing for excitement. And when I don't get it, it's a horrible feeling like sinking away.
What are you talking about? He took you to a posh hotel, didn't he?
Yeah, he wanted me to get away from JP. On the way back, we went down the caves because I wanted to go. The steps were steep. It unbalanced him. He had to bend his head. It was too low. Come on, darling, let's go back, I says. But you want to see them, he says. It doesn't matter, I says. I'm a failure, he says. Do you know that? But I adore you. And he does. I don't know what to do.
He's too old for you.
He's old, but not very old.
Just wait till you're changed.
What are you talking about? I'm only young.
You'll start putting on more weight soon.
No, I shan't.
I was slim at your age.
You were fat at my age, I remember.
No, I was not. You want some cabinet pudding and treacle?
No, I couldn't face it.
Cecille pokes Babe.
I don't like you lying there like that. You look dead.
Babe cuddles up to her.
You're as solid as a rock.
I'm not fat for my age.
I didn't say you were fat, but you've got to watch it.
Babe shuts her eyes. Cecille pokes Babe.
Hey,
I was making sure you was alive. You look white like marble.
I want a cuddle.
Well, you're not having one.
Had him eating out of my hand till you came. He was talking of marriage again.
If he's really got money, marry him. You don't get that sort of chance twice in a lifetime.
We'll have to live like man and wife, as he calls it. And I don't think I'm up to it. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure if he is either.
I've been to posher places than this. You haven't eyed yourself with him. Remember when Auntie Vera sent you that pink thing from America? Or lace? Like a negligee. You had to have it.
What's rubbed off on me is you must have a man on your arm.
I remember when I was carrying you and I was skipping with all the other kids. And my mum said, don't do so much jumping. No, I wish I'd jumped more.
Mum?
I can't talk to you now. I'll call you back in a little while. Okay.
You
all right,
done
bye.
it easy. My dad beat me as soon as he looked at me and pushed my mum down the stairs. And you still see the blood on the wall where she hit her head. I'd come home from work when I was 15, my clothes would be in the pawn shop.
So what do you want me to do?
Why haven't you got nothing off him to come home with?
When we was away, he said, I want to sign the apartment over to you so you'll have your security, but you must stay with me until I die. That fripped me.
You can't stop here. I can't stop here out with you.
When I was 13, you expected me to work all weekend at McDonald's and give you half my wages while other girls studied. Remember when I bought that pair of green high-heeled sandals?
Yeah, with the gold ankle straps.
I paid for them and you wore them.
Well, you shouldn't have been wearing our heels at 13.
I shouldn't have been working in McDonald's either, but as long as I was earning, you didn't care. You signed the form saying I was 16. Oh, Mum, help me. I don't know how to live. Will I be okay?
Cecille cuddles her.
Of course you'll be okay, you silly girl.
I'm frightened.
Well, you think you're clever, but you're not. Mind you, you could do with him next door. Next winter, when the bills come in, you know.
A whistle is heard. Babe starts up out of her mother's arms. Another whistle. JP is crouching beneath the railing. Babe goes out onto the terrace.
Over here.
Babe goes to the edge of the terrace and looks over.
What are you doing?
Shh. I've hit the jackpot. Let's do a bunk. And it won't be just calamaris and jaguars.
What'll it be, JP?
No more looking at the price of things before you buy them. Money, money, money.
That'll make a change.
We'll play on every top league golf course in the world. We'll travel by helicopter and stay in the best hotels.
What would you do night times?
Well, they floodlight the courses at sunset. And of course, you've got the moon.
What's going on?
JP hit the jackpot and wants me to fly with him.
Well, I'll come too. He doesn't want me here.
We'll go tonight and send it for you in a day or two.
She won't want to be on her own.
I'll take good care of her.
I can go if I want to, Mum. Will you let me chat to whoever I want?
I guess we'll be moving through life so fast that there won't be much time for chat. What about?
All the beautiful things we'll be seeing.
No, you'll get the Vice Squad right up your tail. It'll be low profile time.
Oh.
You'll be with me. You won't need anyone else. Is Horatio asleep?
Hold up. What about me?
Yeah.
Don't bother to pack. Just get your passports. We'll buy you a whole new wardrobe, undies, the lot.
Come on, babe, we better pack.
What about Horatio?
Don't argue. He can go to hell. I've driven all the way here hot from clinching the deal. I've got to run away with you. You're driving me bonkers. I bought the BA and booked the flight.
And Cecille?
We'll send for her later.
I'm not staying here.
Where are we going?
I've booked to Madrid, changed planes, and on to New York. You've got under my skin.
I'm coming too.
But I wanted to go to China.
Well, the exchange rate is no good in China. Meet me in 10 minutes on the corner. I'll have the Jag warm and willing, purring at the curb as she awaits her new maîtresse.
Aren't you asleep, darling?
No. I'll get you a brandy.
At my age, you get hot sweats now and again, and I can't sleep in the afternoon. Probably one while you're there, babe.
I thought you bought me a present, striding out like Father Christmas.
It's not your birthday, is it, darling?
Who said anything about a birthday? I want a middle of the week present. You should come home with something behind your back and then bring it out with a bow.
Oh,
I'd like a present in a box with ribbons that took me a long time to undo. You wonder what's inside.
It's the thought that's it for you. That person has gone into the shop and thought, I want to see her eyes light up, like when I bought you that silk scarf all wrapped up in tissue paper.
stop. When I opened the tissue paper, I thought I was in heaven.
I took her to a pot shop once when she was little. She saw this coat.
I want that coat.
I can't afford that.
I'm not leaving this shop till I have that coat. It was racing green.
She cried and she showed me up. Well, I had to buy it. If you put something on her she didn't like, she'd take it off. There was this smart lady, lived down the road, and she gives Babe the silk dress.
That's too old for you. Give it to me.
I was thin then, only 7 stone. I've got fat since I was a widow. Well, she was only about 12, and I see her sewing it up.
You can't do that. You'll spoil it and I won't be able to wear it. It ain't for you.
It would have suited me. It was very saucy. Let's have another drink.
Darling, have you hidden my passport?
Why on earth do you want your passport?
Oh, I don't know, but I thought I might fancy a trip to Paris for a little shopping.
Spending again. I know you. Why should you have all the fun of spending my money?
Would you rather I spent someone else's?
Certainly not.
I'd always heard rich people bought you beautiful things. What have I got from you?
You are a naughty girl. That's why I've locked up your passport with my private papers safe in my briefcase.
Where do you keep the key?
What key?
The key to your briefcase?
You can't have the key. My life insurance is there. I wouldn't want to lose that. It falls in 5 years, and it might cover the trip to China.
5 years? I can't wait here 5 years.
Listen to that.
Has Babe told you I was in the army?
Here we go. Give me that key.
I should have never left the army. I was a major. I had a head for business.
I bet you looked handsome in your uniform. Will you dress up for me?
Oh, I haven't been to a reunion for 5 years. The moth will have got to it by now.
All in a beautiful cardboard box. I've seen it in the wardrobe.
She's always been spoiled. When she was born, they tried to make me feed her. No, I said, not me. I put her in the bottle and went back to work.
Have you ever stayed in the Hyde Park Hotel?
Hyde Park Hotel? That would suit me.
Suit you? You're no different to me. She's been that way since she was a little girl. When we took her to Brighton, she would sit on the beach like everyone else. No, she wouldn't sit on the beach like anyone else. She had to have a newspaper laid out before she sat down.
Careful, darling.
You won't feel a failure in this. This was made in Savile Row. Major Horatio Parsons. Go on then, put on the trousers while I polish your buttons and get me that key while you're about it.
Shall I?
Go on.
Oh.
Babe spits on the corner of her skirt and begins to polish his buttons. Cecille retrieves his Sam Brown belt from the box and blows on it and polishes it.
When I was 15, I met a lovely soldier. He bought me lots of clothes and gave me money.
No, Cecille.
Yes, he did. You don't believe me? Do you not believe me, babe? Babe, you're not even listening.
Oh,
Babe.
no, Cecille.
Yes, he did. And he took me to the fairground at the top of the little road and I had to ride along the swing boats.
A whistle is heard. Babe runs out and looks over the edge of the terrace. Cecille pours herself another brandy.
Passports.
No, give me 5 minutes.
We'll go to the best casinos and slam on the chips. The old boy will fall down dead when he discovers you've gone.
I was never any good at netball at school. Supposing I'm no good at golf.
Don't worry, baby doll. You can watch me. Stand by your man.
See you later, and don't hurry.
Here we go.
They help him on with his jacket. Babe does up the buttons while Cecille sorts out his Sam Brown. They chat while they dress him.
I want you to help me calculate how long it would take me to save enough to buy a ticket to China.
All right, darling. Give me the figures and we'll have a look at your financial situation. Your money is a serious business.
Next, you'll tell me.
It doesn't grow on trees.
Well, why not? So here we go. The ticket costs £1,228.
Got that.
Weekly salary, 240 quid less tax and insurance. That leaves 190 quid.
50 for me.
That's 50 quid before I've opened my eyes.
Plus a tenner for the light and a fiver for the phone.
That's what I put towards the bills. She does the rest.
What? Not so fast.
Ready?
Yes, go on.
20 quid my car, 20 quid my fags. Lucky I'm a light smoker.
Well, you should give it up, my darling.
Your clothes a tenner.
You've got to 115.
Take that away from 190 quid and that leaves 75.
Oh, just a minute. That's right.
Thought as much. I was hoping you'd make it more.
Horatio is in full regimental regalia, including sword, barefoot.
Look at that.
Good God. Takes 20 years off you. What does it feel like?
It's tight.
Undo the top button.
Handsome.
Wait for me, Major.
She hitches up her dress and puts on a gold leather belt and her high-heeled shoes.
I've got a stunning young wife.
Bend your head down. I'm going to black your hairs.
She gets out her mascara and spits and brushes his hair and his mustache.
Light the candles. I want it all to glitter. Salute me.
A whistle is heard.
Will you marry me, babe?
Yes, Major.
You've made me a happy man. Here's that key, by the way, and don't lose it.
Remember now, I'm a Major's wife.
John Price creeps over the wall and stops dead in his tracks as Horatio walks out in his uniform.
Good morning, Major. Has war been declared? Did Babe tell you?
Tell me what?
I've come to collect her.
Say that again?
Babe and I have a date. A serious date as it happens. A date with exciting possibilities. I'm taking her away with me.
To hell with you, you cad. She's my girl.
Of course I'm your girl, Horatio.
You're drunk, Parsons.
Oh, thank God, darling. I thought for a moment you weren't joking.
You thought what?
Have a brandy, JP. Come and join us. We will all stay here and drink brandy. On the house.
Remember that fellow I met in Brighton? His name was Price. He told me he had 8,000 in a bank and that he'd never touched it. Well, I said, get it out and let's get going. I never saw him no more.
He was the one that taught you to yodel, Mum.
Can you yodel?
Yes, do you want to hear me?
You'll wake the neighbours.
He asked me to, so here goes. Yole, yole, yole. Yole, yole, yole.
What do you think of that, JP?
What do you think?
You can certainly open your mouth wide.
Come here, I'll teach you. Open your mouth. And put your tongue so. Now give it to him.
Wonderful, wonderful. Have another drink.
Like a man that can yodel.
Have you got it yet?
Yes, look.
No, I wouldn't say no to a couple of rounds of golf if it comes to it.
Perhaps it's you I'm running away from. You never make me feel important.
Why?
Miss Edwards is a prima ballerina.
What, you talking about your ideas? Well, she's 90.
So what?
You're not as good looking as I was when I was your age. You haven't got my talking eyes. Egamon eyes, they used to call me.
I want respect, Mum. I want you to look straight at me and say, babe, I'm proud of you, and use your talking eyes to show you mean it. You can't do it, can you?
Cut it out.
I'm asking you for something,
Well, you can't have it.
but I have to get it for myself.
Let's get moving.
He tries to take her arm. The sound of a rubbish truck and Spanish male voices. Babe runs to the edge.
Hola, hola.
Don't speak to them. They're here to clear the garbage.
Oh, shut up, Horatio. Hola, hola.
Hola, hola. Buenas, bionda.
Hola.
Hola, rubia guapa.
I'm going home.
Oh, me broken-hearted. You look so lovely.
Don't leave, princess.
Come on, babe, get moving.
If you go, the lights will go out all over Spain.
Tell the honest truth. Do you want me?
Want you? More than the sky wants the stars. Now give me back that key before you lose it.
She's coming with me, Parsons.
I'll court-martial you for this price.
No, however rich you are.
I'll take your rank and number.
Call it very rich.
It would always be your money, not mine. And more than that, JP, with you, you'd always be number one, and I wouldn't like that.
No, she wouldn't like that.
Hear that?
I suppose he's told you he's skinny. Mega skint. He lost a lot in the high-rise condo scandal. They had to put it down, eh, Parsons?
Of course I knew, otherwise he would have bought me diamonds.
I would have bought you the moon and the stars if I had the money.
I know, darling.
She should hang on to him. I would.
I've learnt discipline and patience from him.
Don't miss your chance, my girl. I've got more go than she has.
Mother knows best.
Not for me, she doesn't.
Come here, little beauty.
No, I don't want to jump every time you shout. No, no, no.
Horatio draws his sword.
Stand back, you bounder, or you'll get this through the heart.
Hold on there.
You heard her, didn't you? She doesn't want you.
Oh, my brave soldier.
Oh, I'd die for you, princess.
I believe you would and all. But I've got to put myself on my own pedestal. Time to grow up.
Told you it was in my stars. You'll travel and you'll come into money.
I'm off.
JP throws his car keys in the air and catches them. He spirals to the fence and jumps over.
Wait for me. Wait.
And another thing,
What?
I'm going to stop being blonde.
Oh, but I love you, blonde.
I've been blonde ever since I was 15. I'm going brunette because I think it's more serious.
I love you, whatever color you go.
I love you too, Horatio.
No, darling, I'm not good enough for you.
I'll take my exams and get my full nursing degree, get a career, build a life.
I'll miss you, princess.
I'll be back next summer when I've got my qualifications.
Promise?
Matron will help me. She's strict, but she said, you could make an excellent nurse, babe, if you put your mind to the passing of exams. It'll be very hard.
You can. You're a clever girl. As for me, I have to watch the old Euros.
Yes, and if you spent some, you wanted a lot more in return. You wanted blood.
I wanted you, and always will.
I'll earn money, take charge, hold my head up, travel, work.
I'm going to let you go, my glorious girl.
Then I can have a really adventurous life.
Fly, my honeybee. Live every moment. You've got time on your side.
I've got time on my side. I'll never forget you. Anything can happen.
Curtain. End of play.